Okay, it said the population of the Gunnas province, which is Jeremy, which is like the little towns around here. He said, we ask for the freedom of Senator Guy Philippe. Oh, it says that he was a victim of like complot is like dirty politics.
Yeah.
Guy Philippe, who is a local hero to the people in this community, he's been long wanted by the DEA on charges of trafficking drugs. Years ago, he was involved in a coup to overthrow the government, and the people there, though, view him as a hero, and so he was elected to the Senate, and just days before he's about to be sworn into office and thus having diplomatic immunity, the DEA swoops in, arrests him, and extradites him to Florida. Well, this just sets off a firestorm in Jeremy. And the worst part of it was anyone who is not Haitian, you are now a target. Foreign embassies all do their best to get every one of their workers that are there out of the country, except for one, Kate Bartow. She decided she was going to stay. Her friends were not thrilled with this situation, so they made sure to try to keep her safe by having her hide so that she'd be out of sight from any potential gang members or rioters that would come in looking for blood.
So when Kate was in hiding, she went up in the roof of this church. This is where she slept.
So I would come up here when it would get dark because we didn't want even the neighbors, you know, to know that I was up here because it wouldn't, then they would be in danger maybe too, you know. I just slept up here. During the day I'd just be down there and we'd close the door up. But it was almost 5 days. I'd say goodnight, so I'd say night to my mom, my dad, and I'd be like, okay, I'm going up because I didn't want my phone up here glowing in the night.
Right.
So then I'd get up here and I'd just lay real flat on the ground and sing. In the morning it was awesome though because we'd get up and the sun was rising and it's, I mean, you can just imagine, it's absolutely phenomenal. And we'd pray. First thing we did in the morning is we'd pray and we'd sing. We'd just sing and worship up here and it was awesome because at 4 in the morning, you know, most of the guys that have been rampaging through or ransacking the streets, you know, aren't up at 4 in the morning. So. Well, there were like right downtown there. That's where all the riots were happening. So I could hear the gunshots, and there were fires. Like people were burning tires, and people were set a building on fire. And I mean, it was just, you could tell it was total chaos. And even other people from up here in the mountains didn't go into town.
Yeah.
Through the night, I'd go through, like I knew where I could climb down, right? So I knew we had set up a little thing on the side here so that if I had to, there was like a little, like kind of a little platform thing so that if I had to, I could go that way. We also knew that I could, if I had enough time and if it was, because there was a lot of wind at the time, I could sneak across here, but it was loud.
Yeah.
So then I'm thinking, okay, well that's loud, and if I go over here, that's loud. But I knew I could hang off of that and hit that ledge and then drop down.
Now, here's my question for you. What would you have done then? Just run?
Yeah, well there is a little trail down in there and I knew that I would probably be able to hide in there. And I think I would have just booked it.
So, I mean, you seem pretty tough, and you are, but were you scared at all, like in the slightest?
No, I was worried for my family here. I thought, what is gonna happen if they find these people? And that worried me. Like that had me a little nervous, like I didn't want to put anybody in danger. But I wasn't ever, I don't know, you just know, you know? When you get that feeling, you know.
After 5 days, she just couldn't shake the story of Esther, and she just couldn't shake the image of Esther just confronting the king and pleading with him to do the right thing. And so they take her in the middle of the night, they drive her into the ghetto, she goes into a dark lit room, and there she is, face to face with a whole group of gang leaders.
I said, you're just ruining your own place. I said, nobody sees it, nobody cares about it. I said, we stand with you. I said, but they don't see that. They see it as just a bunch of angry Haitians mad about nothing,
Kate told me that God definitely granted her favor with these gang leaders. Not only did Kate survive the meeting, but her strategy worked. The gang leaders took her advice. They stopped targeting Americans and other foreigners. The riots swiftly ended. Many lives were saved, all because one person had the faith to follow where God was leading them to go.